welcome back to another episode. Bit different one for us because I am with world-renowned author
Kane Bennett.
Well, he's going to be very shortly anyway. So, first of all, big news. This is 1 week until
the book's released. The official release. Now, if we were set up properly and I had got my shit together, I'd have a book.
Ah, do you want me to go get a book? Do you have any here? Do you have any books? Or did you leave them all at Mel's?
I think I left them all at Mel's.
Oh, you dum-dum.
They'd only be in there if there was.
No, there's not.
No, they're all at Mel's.
Oh, that's just ruined.
Well, we are going to do a bit of a book talk without a book. No book, no talk.
Dum-dums.
We've winged this beautifully.
How am I going to do that?
Well, we can't. Just got back from Canberra with one book.
We've got the book, finally.
I know, you can't do an interview without a book. There it is, book. Awesome, loving it.
I think we need to show them an up close. Look at that. That is the book.
It is decades worth of planning in the head and years worth of getting down on paper. And I'm super stoked because this book is the first book of the Windsong Series called City of Stone. So I highly recommend you grab it, have a read.
How can they get it?
You can jump onto Amazon Kindle and just type in my name, Kane Bennett, as an author and look up City of Stone and you'll find the book. So you can get it ebook if you like it on the tablet, or you can order a physical paperback copy. But if you want something a little extra personal from me, you just have to contact us and I will give you a signed copy of the book.
You're giving them a signed copy?
For a little fee of $50.
So it comes out at 10 p.m. tonight, which means that I can't put the link in until after it comes out. I can put the ebook link in.
We can do the pre-order pre-book.
Ebook.
The pre-order ebook. But you can't do the paperback until it's actually officially released.
So I will put the link for that in this video tomorrow. So it will both be in the description if you're looking for them. But otherwise just jump on Amazon and it will have Kane's details there.
You've got to understand that as a 23-year-old, I was playing AFL in Brisbane and I collapsed on a football field with cardiac arrest. My heart rate rhythm went way up into the 300s and I did triathlons, I did indoor netball, every sport known to man I could do. I was a state tennis player, I coached, all those things, but it all come to an abrupt end when I collapsed on the footy field. And even though they told me that live life normally, I tried, but the shocks, they took it out of me big time. They still do take it out of me. I get very down and emotional when they happen because I want to know why. There is no answers. So I found a passion or a dream of mine that I wanted to do. I even started way back as a young fella. And now I'm able to do this. So when one door closed on me, I had to go looking for the other ones because I really did take a big emotional hit. But I had other dreams and they were to write a book, which I'd started a long time ago, and I thought there's no better time to finish that book than now. We're living the dream and I can write a book and create and live my personal dreams as well. So that's how the book has really come about.
And I think we've been able to share a lot of Kane's journey of writing this book with you guys, because every time we sort of do a bit of YouTubing, you often see little snippets of Kane writing or doing different things with his book.
Tappity tap tap tap.
Now, we've actually jumped a long way ahead of our YouTube. As you know, in our YouTube, we're about a year behind. So our main YouTube is still back in February of 2024. So this is current time. This is the 28th of February 2025.
This is right smack bang what we're doing right now.
So the reason we've jumped ahead so far just for this episode is because this book is released tonight, and we had to do it straight away. So next week we'll go back to Queensland and what we're doing in Queensland, but for now it is all about the City of Stone.
Just to let you know, this is not a biography of me or the story of us or whatever. This is a fantasy, it's a dark fantasy adventure story. So yes, it's something that I've made up in my head and put down in a book. It's a series, so there'll be about 4 of these.
Would you like to read them the blurb on the back so they can get a little bit of a taste for what it's like?
Oh, look.
Do you need glasses?
Look, I'll give you a tiny little bit because I've always wanted to sit there and say, this is Audible. City of Stone, Book 1 of the Windsong Series, written by Kane Bennett.
I'm trying not to laugh so you don't laugh at it.
It's
so
Audible.
serious.
I do need someone who's, if somebody's a really good narrator, please let me know, because there's an opportunity to read this, and so we can put it out on Audible as well. But just at the back, just a little thing here, Book 1 of the Windsong Series. It's an easy to read, hard to put down book. That's what I've been told by those that have read it so far. So that's coming from other people's mouths. It draws you into a new epic fantasy world where strong friendships are forged, first loves are ignited, and there's a series of deadly trials that need to be undertaken to get into an army that is to fight the evil that is lurking in the darkness.
If you're into that, it sounds amazing.
This one here is yours, yes. If you're not, you're welcome to buy it and just put it on your bookshelf, because this here is really all you need is my name. But yeah, the genre is not for everybody, and I completely understand that. But if you are into the fantasy adventure genre, then this book will be right up your alley. So similar to your Brandon Sanderson's Wheel of Times, Game of Thrones, those sorts of vibes, you know. I'd imagine that I haven't read any Rebecca Yarros books, but I'd imagine those. Sarah J. Maas, I love her books, so they're the same as them. So if you like them, you're going to love this. Have you ever wondered what a writer's office might look like? Here, it fits into that. Everything I've got, my notebooks, my pencils, rubbers, USB sticks, everything I've got sits in that bad boy with my little laptop, and I set it up in my work area. I'll show you my work area. Not too shabby, the old work area, I must say. You know, I have been in worse places to work. This one here is actually quite nice. I'm nearly about to have lunch. So when you're a writer, you're poor and broke. So this is what you eat for lunch. 2-minute noodles, and you drink water. Hopefully one day that might change. I don't really care if it doesn't, because I'm actually really loving writing my books.
We don't want to disturb them, but let's come in and see what they're doing. Shh, we're not disturbing you. This is an author in work.
This is the easy job. This is the easy part. The hard work's happening over there.
What are you doing?
I'm just writing. I'm just putting shit down in the computer, and then that person over there has to fix it all up.
So which one are you on to at the moment?
I'm writing book 3.
Ooh. Whilst his editor is actually putting book 1 all together. That looks like a lot of work, Catherine.
And it takes a fair while. It's very, very time consuming.
Thank goodness he's got an editor, because otherwise he would expect that I would know what to do. What are you doing?
Just writing away on my book. Patiently waiting.
What are you patiently waiting for?
Oh, the arrival of my proof copies. I got a text to say they're coming today, so they just didn't say when today, so patiently waiting.
So proof copies, tell people what you're talking about.
Proof copies are so I can look to see what the book looks like inside, what the cover looks like, how everything goes before I hit the final approve button.
Because
Author copies, get it out there to the world.
When's it coming out?
28th of February.
Look what I just found at the door. Guess what, Kane? I got a present!
I'm like a little kid ready to open a present. I just want to rip into it. Look, they say read it, Kane Bennett, author. Yes, that's me, author.
What?
Well, writer. I'm not really that good with the English part, but I know how to write a good story. Okay, let's get it's inside another one.
They're making you wrap and unwrap parcels, parcel in a parcel.
One of these, this old chestnut.
Is this Kane's first ever time seeing his book?
My book.
First ever.
The proof copies. I can't get it out. It's big.
It's big.
Ooh, look at him. Look.
That is hold it up properly so we can all see. That is a big book, Kane.
It is, and it's looking very nice.
Are you happy with the cover?
Yeah, I can read the back nice and easily. The front tells me a little about me, which is awesome because I don't know about me. So, and opening it up. Oh yes. Oh, how good do the maps look?
Yeah, the maps look awesome.
They do look good. How good's my symbol? Look at that. And the font is good enough to read. It's not too small.
Would you like to read us the first paragraph?
Ooh, the air hung heavy and rank as he ventured deeper into the bowels of the ancient city's underground tunnels.
What is the name of your book? What's it about?
My book is The City of Stone, I ended up calling it. We went through quite a few names. It's actually based in the City of Stone. That's the first book of the series. So it's part of the Windsong Series, so it is a series. So expect to see the second and third. As I said, I've written the second. The third's definitely getting written. I can't tell you how many books. I'm thinking 4. But in saying that, if you guys love it and you're really demanding the book, I could just push the story out to 5 books. I highly doubt that I would go more than 5 books. It's a bit about a coming of age story of a boy growing up in the City of Stone, and he wants to join the Army of Stone. That's his ultimate goal, but it just goes through his trials and tribulations of friendships, first loves as he gets older, all whilst there's an evil building in the background, and you know that's sort of coming for him, his friends, and yeah, it's a good story. It really ends up, he's sitting there looking over his city as an adult, and he's thinking back over his time in the city because he had to flee for things that happened while he was in the city, his time there. So that's the nuts and crux of it. There is monsters, so be prepared for some monsters.
Okay.
So the story really is all up here. I'm called what they call a pantser rider.
Yeah, you're a pantser,
Oh,
all
pantser,
right.
yeah. Pantser riders are ones that we don't really do notes, so I don't sit there and say, well, this is my list for today, this is what I want to achieve, these are the steps, this is the outline of where the story will go, all the parts of it. I just sit there and go, rightio, well, I've got characters, I love my characters, and I'll write about this character in this chapter because, you know, we've sort of moved through some characters and events in the book and we're up to this character or whatever, and I'll just start writing that character. I have a start and an end point, I know that, but I'll just let my imagination flow, and it may take the story just along different paths. And
it's so funny listening to him because I'm in trouble all the time because I interrupt, as I just did.
Oh.
And but he's like, I'm in the middle of a battle. I'm like, yes,
I know.
come back to it. And he goes, but I don't know how it's going to end. I'm like, you're the author. How do you not know how it's going to end?
You don't. I get immersed into the book, so it's like I sort of become them and I'm living that thing. So in truth, as I said, I've got a start and a finish point. Characters do live, die, there's new characters, there's a whole lot of activity happening in the book, but I don't exactly know what's happening as such.
What's going to happen next?
That's right, because I'm just writing, I'm letting it flow, and sometimes when it starts to flow for me, it's really good and I'm right into it, and then Trina wants to do something and it interrupts me, and once you interrupt that thought process, that flow, it's really hard to get that, like, that emotion back.
Oh, it's so hard though, because once he's in the zone, don't kick the table. Once he's in the zone, it's all day.
Oh, yeah, it can be all day, all night. It doesn't really matter what time. Once I sort of get in that zone, it's the fingers are flying on that keyboard, and it's.
You might have noticed that often I have the GoPro now and walking around doing stuff because he's writing.
I'm invested in this book. Now, it's like I said, I wrote the book not so much to make millions. I wrote the book because I've always wanted to write a book. I was told once I write the book, you can publish it, because that's the little bit of legacy of me. I've got Kane Bennett is written on a book that's out there for the world to see. So that's a little bit of my legacy for the world.
So we've bought 50 books already.
Yeah, we've done a first order of 50 books, signed copies.
Signed copies. So if you want a signed copy, tell them about that.
If you want a signed copy, you just got to jump on our page, or my page, on our socials, and just ask for some info on how to pay, and we will send you a link and that.
How much is it?
It's $50. You get a little message and a couple of goodies and my signature, of course. Otherwise, it is on Amazon for $34.99, which you guys will pay postage and handling on that as well, because that's just part of what Amazon does. And you can buy it ebook, so if you don't want to buy a physical book, you can get it on ebook, which is $9.99. Now it is...
And it's coming out...
on the 28th of February.
So tonight, like
That's
when
right.
you guys are seeing
That's
this
right.
video, it'll be 10 p.m.
10 p.m. because it's done in Geneva.
Yeah, it's
time.
weird. We
So
can't
it's-
change the
yeah,
time.
you can't change.
I want to ask you, Kane, so we said that we've got 50 books already out and sent off to
I
people.
know, we sent them all out last week.
How do you feel about that? Because he was actually quite cranky last week, and I didn't know why.
I was cranky because I'd done all this hard work and things were just sort of, they were just bogging down at the end, and I wanted them out there, but there's a part of you that doesn't want them out there because you feel the personal feedback. So YouTubers would know that you're putting yourself out there and you're going to cop feedback. You're going to cop criticism. It's going to be good. It's going to be bad, and you need to deal with it. But this is a little bit more straight at me. You know, this is what I have
can
written.
take the hit for you for YouTube.
That's right. We can share the YouTube hits. And writing the book, right? I'll be sitting there writing away, and then I'll sit there and you get a thought and you go, oh, it's just, I'm lost for thought. So I'll just end up staring blankly somewhere. And normally it's just at Trina, but it's past Trina.
He looks at me all the time.
And she starts it, what's wrong? What's the matter? What are you doing? I'm writing my book. And it's even when I'm driving the car, I'll be driving along and then I just sort of get focused. And she goes, are you writing book? Yes, I'm writing book. So the book is writing away in my head and I need to get it down so everybody can see it.
And he's always a little bit anxious about everything. So he's been anxious about the whole process, like organising artists, and we'll tell you about that in a minute, and all of that sort of stuff, the publishing. And now it's out, he's anxious about what people are going to think. And he's also anxious that they're going to like it and they're going to want number 2. And he doesn't want to edit number 2 until he's written number 3. Oh my gosh, Kate, just enjoy it.
That's probably my biggest fear. I've got book 2 sitting there, but it needs more editing. It's had a first edit, but till I finish book 3 to alter book 2, I can't really do it. And I'm worried that people are going to read it and they're going to ask for book 2. And I really don't know if I can get book 2 out to them this year. I'm going to try really hard to get it out this year, closer to the end of the year. And it'll be the same with book 3. It's like a process of rolling over.
Jump on our socials, you'll be able to find links to his book, and it'd be awesome, especially if you're into ebooks, because they're super cheap. Jump on Amazon tonight, download the ebook, like that would be really cool.
That's right. Now look, it'd be awesome if you guys all bought a copy, spread the word, whack reviews up on Amazon, because that really helps, just whether it's 5-star reviews or a little bit of a write-up on it as well. Those things all truly do help me. But
is Amazon a bit like YouTube and Instagram? It has algorithms.
It does have an algorithm. Amazon's very much like an algorithm, so it'll sort of push your book a bit more if it believes that there's movement in your book. You do get immersed into it, so I will say that if you start reading this, you will get immersed into it, and it'll be very hard for you to put down.
Comment below, like, are you into fantasy, or let us know who your favourite authors are. We love just that conversation with you guys.
Well, we did think that even if you put in a comment of what your dreams were or what dreams you're fulfilling or want to fulfill, comments on what books you might, any comment. Anyone who sits there and comments on anything, I think we might give away a free signed copy of this book.
Oh, wow. So you could win your first... When are we going to draw it? In next week?
Yeah,
in a week's time?
We'll just draw it. You've got 1 week.
7th of March we'll draw it.
So when our normal YouTubes come out, you know,
we'll let you know.
We'll draw it.
Jump on our socials. We'll have more about it on our socials there as well. But good one, Kane. I like it. You can win. Do you want to show them the other sneaky little things? We don't have them in this book.
We don't have them in this book.
Do you want me to go get them?
Oh, you can run and get them if you want.
Okay, I'll be back.
These are sneaky things in the book.
Yeah, that no one knows until they actually get the book. I'll be back.
Okay, she's gone, because it's just me. I'll be really honest with you. I never actually thought I would write a book. Always wanted to. It was definitely a dream of mine. Lots of us have dreams to write books. Plenty of us, I know, have even started books but never finished one. I have finished a book and I am so damn proud of myself that yeah, I cannot believe this now exists, and you just have to get your hands on it. Check it out. Let me know what your thoughts are. She's coming back, so come.
Okay, I'm back. I've got them. Would you like me to hold them up for you?
Yeah, I love these pictures too. Okay. Check that out.
I'll try and get my finger off the writing. So that's the sticker. The sticker's okay, but...
Just for anyone who wants to know how that come about, that
symbol
is the symbol that goes on the back of their hands when they become a soldier of stone. They get a mark. The symbol. Ooh, it's a magical symbol. Bam, it's embedded into their skin.
I actually we made a bookmark as well, both sides. I love that. Did Kane tell you that if you sell 1 million copies, that I'm meant to be
Yeah.
getting that as a tattoo.
If we sell 1 million copies, Trina will be getting this tattooed.
Yeah. I don't have any, not on my forehead. I do not have any tattoos, and it's not really, I'm not a big fan of needles and burning my skin. But if he can sell 1 million copies, I will do that. So far, we've sold about
80?
Not even quite 80. So I'm safe at the moment.
I'm mega happy with selling one, let alone 80. So it's huge.
I'm thinking if I'm safe, I'm actually super
That's right.
proud that you.
That's pre-release sales.
Yes,
too,
you've sold
so.
80 before it's even released. So that is awesome. I'm not saying only
That's
80.
right. Now, just back on this, I would get this tattoo. I'm not as sooky as Trina. I would get it, boomski, but I'm on blood thinners and
You're not allowed to.
I'm not really allowed to. Plus, they don't really like you to have them if you're pending transplants, which I'm not on the list. Still all good, everybody. Not on the transplant list, but I'm still within their radar, and things like tattoos and that aren't, they're frowned upon. So, don't know why, it's just that's what the medical staff tell me.
So that's pretty cool.
But if I sell 1 million copies, I'm whacking it on there.
You are not.
Yes, I am.
Health is number one.
Yeah, but 1
you
million
very
copies
much.
is just, that's something entirely different altogether. It's 1 million.
Oh, God. I think we've really come to the end now.
So yes, comment and you can get yourself a copy of this.
Woohoo! Jump on there now, and we will see you next week for our regular viewing.
That's right, so stop surviving, start living, get reading.